This is probably the most important video I've posted this year, because for months in the comments, DMs and even YouTube posts, you've all been asking me the same thing. Jan, how do I start adding skills like handstands or muscle-ups without losing my gains? How do I combine weighted calisthenics and skills without burning out? And here's the truth. Most people get this transition completely wrong. They either destroy their recovery by doing too much, or they lose the strength they've spent months building. So before we go any further, I need you to do one thing. Stop scrolling, close the other tabs, lock in. Because this might be the first time someone actually explains how to make this shift without guessing, without stalling, and without wrecking your progress. If you've been training hard, if you finally built real numbers in your pull-ups, dips or rows, and now you're ready to unlock real bodyweight control, then this video is going to change everything about how you train. This isn't a theory video. I'm going to walk you through exactly how I and thousands of guys have successfully gone from raw strength to real skills without sacrificing either. And if you apply what I show you here, your next 90 days will look completely different than your last 90 days. Let's get into it. You're probably doing one of these things. You're trying to do planche holds after a brutal push workout or handstand push-ups after a brutal push workout. You're mixing random skills into warm-ups with no clear progressions. So you're just adding things randomly. Or you're doing way too much too soon, hoping that hard work equals more results. Let me break it down to you. Strength and skills training operate on different systems. Weighted calisthenics builds more muscle and power. Skills train your nervous system. They're more about tendon strength, control, coordination, and balance. If you're not managing intensity and fatigue across both, one of them will break. That's why so many people feel stuck. They try to just add skills and everything collapses. Here's what I've learned after coaching thousands of guys through this transition. Skills always comes first. On the day where you have a pull day, you do muscle-ups or front lever first. But very important thing to note and never forget it is that on the day of the pull day, you do 60 to 70% intensity on the skills before the pull day, just so it doesn't affect your pull day. So that means that you just do a few less sets than usual and few less reps than usual on the skills on the day before the weights. And when it comes to handstand, it's a very special skill because you can do it almost every day. It doesn't get you tired. It's more about balance. You might feel a bit sore or tired only in your first week of doing it. Once you get used to it, then it becomes something easy. So 8 to 20 attempts a day is all you need. And by the way, when we talk about handstand push-ups, it's a bit of a different story because it's a pushing movement. But when it comes to holds, you can do them very, very often. Don't treat skills like strength. You don't need to progressively overload planche leans or front lever holds every week. Skills take more time to progress. So going from 3 seconds hold on front lever to 4 seconds in a week is already a big achievement. You need consistency, frequency, and quality. Respect the recovery. If you're not recovering from strength work, skill work will become trash. Fatigue ruins technique, which leads to injury. At the beginning, recover 2-3 days between skills training, and once you get used to it with time, then you can give it 1 to 2 days. Actually, some top athletes who have a very high level, they even sometimes do it almost every day. So that's later after years and years of training. If you want a full plan that builds strength fast and leaves room for skill integration, that's exactly how I designed the SSS program. Over 3,000 guys have used it to build muscles while still unlocking handstands, levers, and more. You can get it here or just check the link in the description. Now let's get into the actual blueprint. The training blueprint, so how to program it. Here's a simple weekly layout I give my private clients. It's better if I just leave on the screen so you can just screenshot it instead of me just talking to you. Screenshot this, save it. Is definitely one of the best ways you can combine skills with weights. It's one of the best things you can ever see. And by the way, keep in mind, you always train one skill at a time. So when it comes to this, the best skills to combine with weights are muscle-ups and handstand push-ups. They're the easiest. So start with muscle-ups and handstand push-ups, get that to a very good level while combining with weights. Once you do that, then you can think of planche or front lever. But with planche or front lever, they are skills that if you want to work on them, you stop everything else. You get to a good level, which is minimum 10 seconds hold on front lever and minimum 8 seconds straddle planche on planche. Then it's easier to combine with weights. Before that, do not even think about it. Stay very strict with the program and don't change it, don't make mistakes, and you will progress. If a program works for someone, then it works for everyone else. And what is it related to? Most people, and what people call a program that doesn't work for someone, is if the schedule itself doesn't fit someone's job. That's the main reason a program might not work for someone, or if they don't really like it. So the fact that they don't like it can affect everything. So if you just don't care and you care about progress, a progressive overload method, if it's good, it will work on every single human on the planet. Most guys don't know how to measure progress in skills. So here's how to track it like a pro. For static holds, record your holds every few days. Write down how much did you hold in every set, and the best way to do it is by looking at your recorded videos. Note the quality, how clean it was it shaky, did you feel sore, did you feel fresh, did you make mistakes in that week or not, so you know that if things go wrong, you know why. And remember one thing, one rule I will always support: if things go wrong, they always go wrong for a reason. You never just don't progress for fun. It's always for a reason. And the more knowledge you have, the more you know the reason and the more you know how to fix it. One crazy secret for skills. One very, very crazy skill every top athlete I've learned from, which is like, what, 22 of them or 23, I think. I lost count now. They say that comparing to weightlifting, on skills, you need to take a deload on the spot. So if you're suddenly, for some reasons, very sore or things go very bad, go 10-20% less intense. Do a few less intensity in the sets, 1-2 sets less. Go less intense. That's very important for skills. It's one of the best advices I can give you. So yeah, for skills that require you to do reps, you know the range of motion and is it controlled, did things go well or no. Also try to record on your phone, so every time, most of your sets, record them. You don't have to post them, just record them. And set baselines. If last time I did 2 muscle-ups with bad technique, then now I need to do them a bit better. So with muscle-ups, you're not trying to do more reps, you're trying to do them cleaner. That's the best thing you can do. On handstands, you just try to hold the handstand the longer and longer with time. That's the goal. And then, of course, once you get to a good level of handstand, you can start to think of L-sit to handstand, then negative handstand push-ups, then actual handstand push-ups. And on front lever, you try to add 1 second more to one of your sets. So at least one of the sets needs to be held 1 second longer almost every workout. It's not going to happen every workout, but that's the goal. And yeah, then just try to build up slowly by trying to progress every session and having a goal in mind. So if your holds get longer and cleaner without hurting your strength numbers in your weights, you're winning. The golden rule is strength PRs equals green light. If those stall, pull back on skill work and gain more knowledge. The more you know about why you plateau and the more you know about how to get out of a plateau. First one, skills after fatigue. It's not a good idea to do a skill that's hard for you when you're very tired and sore. No chance to progress and high chance of injury. The second one, chasing everything at once. Planche, handstands, levers, front levers, one-arm pull-ups, all in the same week. Forget it. You need to stick to one or you'll burn out. Pick one pulling skill, one pushing skill, and just keep working on them while improving your weights. Of course, training 2 skills. Why? Because you're not going to progress. Like, listen, the best way I can tell you. For you to progress in a skill, you need to do some intense good sets. If you do some intense good sets for front lever, it means you're going to get kind of tired, because doing intense good sets that actually are important will get you tired. How are you going to progress in another pulling skill when you're tired? You're just, or you're going to get injured or you're not going to progress in both because you're chasing too many things at the same time. You can only work on 2 skills or more once you get very good at them. You get to a very high level in that skill, then that skill becomes easy. You can do it anytime you're tired or not, you can do it. Then you start doing this. So yeah, third thing, copying gymnast routines. These guys are built different, you understand? They train 4 hours or more every day and you don't. Their bodies are adapted after years and years of training, and yours isn't. You'll break yourself trying to outgrind skills. They have proper coaches to help them. They've been doing it for a long time, so they know what they're doing. Do not try to copy them, because they're not human beings in a good way. There's some crazy people who work out a lot. If you apply this right, here's what most guys experience after 3 months. Pull up and dip PRs go up. So the handstand go from 5 seconds to like 30 seconds plus. They can do 2 to 3 L-sit to handstand, or even 1 to 2 handstand push-ups. That's if you listen to me and you take the advice to get to 40 kilo dips before training skills. Back lever goes from 5 seconds to minimum 20 seconds. Front lever goes from 3 seconds to like 10 to 12 seconds, if you do everything right. That's the magic of the hybrid approach for the skills. That's one crazy secret I'll tell you. The key for the skills is more volume and the intensity 60 to 80% in your sets. Your last working sets shouldn't be until failure on skills. This is exactly how I've been able to keep progressing, even as life gets busier, recovery gets tighter, and time becomes limited. So if you're stuck, you've built strength, but don't know how to add skills without falling off, just use this system. I built it for guys exactly like you. The SSS program is the full step-by-step layout, so you know exactly what to train, when to train it, and how to recover without wasting time. Link is on the screen and in the description. And if you want to see how the 2-set method works and why I only do 2 sets per muscle group, or I've been doing this for minimum 5 years, watch this video next. I'll shift how you think about training completely.